Good evening everyone, welcome to day 6 of the 40 Days of Hope, and today I'll be sharing with you a very embarrassing story but I think it really shows that God can have banter. And for those of you that are maybe a little bit older listening in, that just basically means he's got a sense of humour. You know, he enjoys having a laugh with us. The Bible tells us that we're made in Genesis, that we're actually made in the image and in the likeness of God. And I think the reason we enjoy having a laugh and humour together is because we're made, because God does. You know, I think the first hint of this is in creation. You know, I've been to the London Aquarium twice now, and every time I go there I just laugh and I just think, God, what were you thinking? You know, just how funny some of the fish look. I see it in my children, you know, from such a young age. My favourite story of my daughter was when she was about 18 months. In England we have a playpen, and you know, whenever she'd act up I'd put her in the playpen. We went to Ireland on a holiday and she was only 18 months, honestly so young, and I said to her, now you need to stop acting up, or you know, we'll have to have a chat in the playpen. And she just laughed at me and she said, Mummy, there's no playpen here. And my son, you know, my favourite memory of him and his humour was just this weekend. I was sitting on the chair having my dinner and he said, Mummy, off. I said, no, that's rude now, you have to get your own chair, Ronan. And you know, a minute later he returned and he said, Mommy, potty. And I said, oh, you need to go to the potty now. He didn't use that word, but I got up anyways, and next thing he ran to the chair, sat on it and just laughed at me. And I said, here I am being tricked by a 2-year-old, but myself and Mark, we were very proud. So even at such a young age, we all enjoy having fun. So here goes, here's the story. I first have to tell you a secret that only my very close family know and friends. Mark didn't know until he married me, so it's anyways, right. So I used to suck my thumb well beyond the years where it is socially acceptable. Okay, so actually one of my thumbs is a little bit smaller than the other as a result. You know, it came to the stage where I said, God, I really need to stop. I suppose it's like for other people it might be biting your nails, a way of soothing in a sense. And you know, I was just coming to the stage, I was like, God, help me, you know, it's going to push my teeth out. I still can't believe I'm sharing this with the whole world, but anyway. I said, it's going to push my teeth out and you know, I'm getting a bit lethargic now. Yeah, can you just please help me stop? And you know, I couldn't stop, and time went by, and I often find with prayer that's the case. Time goes on and God doesn't answer your prayers straight away. I don't know why, you have to persevere. And anyways, one night I prayed again. I said, come on, please help me here, Lord. And you know, that night I woke up, and again, like the story I shared, I think it was with day 3, I just woke up, it was 5 AM, I still remember, and my heart was racing. I was flushed in the face, and that feeling of shock again. And this time, a word and 2 numbers came into my head. It's clear as day. And I said, it was Judges 1:6. Now, I thought I was cracked. I just said, Bernie, you've gone absolutely nuts. Go back to sleep. So I rolled around, and I couldn't get this restless feeling off me. So I says, right, you know, Judges is a book in the Bible. At that time I'd never actually read the book, so there's no reason that word would have been in my head, because trust me, I'd be thinking, I'm so skeptical. And I says, you know, I'm just going to check the Bible, and then I can go back to bed, and it's just going to be something so random that's not going to apply. And this is what it said, Judges 1:6, and it says, Adonai-Bezek fled, but they chased him and caught him and cut off his thumbs and his big toes. Now, you know, in that moment, I just was laughing my head off, honestly crying, laughing. And I actually then read on the story in the middle of my laughter. And it said, 70 kings with their thumbs and their big toes cut off, picked up scraps under my table. And here I was, just imagining these 70 kings with their thumbs chopped off. Now, I didn't think God was implying at any point that he was going to chop off my thumb, no. But it showed to me maybe that there's a bit of sarcasm there, but it was just a really treasured moment and a powerful moment. And you know, what actually happened the next day was actually the habit was broken. And you know, I often hear stories of people with addictions, not comparing this habit with any addiction, but I've heard loads of stories where people have strong addictions with drugs and different things, and suddenly they have a powerful spiritual experience with God, and it breaks it, and something happens the next day. So there you go. I can't believe I shared that. Right, yesterday you would have read from Luke 5. I hope you enjoyed reading that. the part of that chapter that I really like is that Jesus was set with the tax collector Matthew, and the Pharisees and religious people at the time, they were shocked that he would sit with someone, because tax collectors were seen as traitors at the time because they collected money for foreigners that ruled the Jews. They collected money for the Romans, and the Jews didn't want them ruling them at the time. So but Jesus chose to spend time with them, and that really speaks to me about who would Jesus be spending his time and befriending today in 2021. And you know, I think it's the people in our society who feel like they don't fit in, and who feel judged, and who feel unloved. That's who I think Jesus would be befriending and showing love to if he was here in 2021. Anyways, thanks for listening, guys, and enjoy your reading today.